Alright folks, the deck is Handbuff Paladin. The goal of the deck is to excavate a bunch in the early game, working our way towards the legendary treasure to buff up all minions in our hand and deck so that we can bash our opponent in the face with them. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle. Alright, it's Hearthstone in time. Not really sure what Shaman is these days.
The storm follows.
I will fight with honor.
This feels like a pretty good hand. It's greedy to take the Zilliax, but I kind of want to. Just because we get so much value off of the Painter's Virtue. I could hold this to get some buffs on it. It was tempting, but I think just getting ahead on board is probably a good thing to do. We're looking to coin the paintbrush.
I smell golden in their waters.
I don't have an answer to that yet. So it's just on board for now. It is getting forged. Holy.
For justice.
It's a lot of minions already. Could either go plushie into with the swing, in which case it doesn't really matter whether I do it first or second, or I could play the miner, but since we have something to like actually rush into, it's probably worth just doing this. Like a big 6/5. What does that card do again? 2 spells that cost 5 or more. Okay, so they get minions that cast their spells.
A curse of bronze upon you. It's really amazing.
And swing here.
Candle butt slider.
Reporting for duty.
I just want to go upstairs right now. Got a Reno in hand that represents 8 damage. That's a bummer. Okay, I just want to get this weapon going again. Draw first in case we hit minion. Then we can like chop through multiple minions with the Melia. Or we can do a double buff turn. I guess we found out what the minion was. think I like the double buff turn. I am still going to swing into it just to get the like the buffs rolling. Because this is good, but not like great. Should I kind of like that now? We do lose a buff on it though.
Accidents, they happen, you know?
My weapon is getting a lot of value. But that's kind of what it does. Another forge. Okay.
The gift of the sun.
I think it's probably forge the muscle man and play the gnome. Which she does have to go down before the weapon swing, unfortunately. This also is kind of a soft check for Reno. I probably didn't even need to swing with the weapon there. Does kind of feel like this is starting to slip away from me.
Hey, you! Install these for me, won't you?
Okay. Does seem to indicate a lack of Reno.
Come in here.
Don't. How big is this lead right now? 14? Reno is starting to feel pretty inevitable, though. That's repulsive.
Thousand needles.
That came off of the 2-mana minion, the Watcher. Unlucky. Wonder if they know they didn't need to forge to get the card. Borg. It's a big couple of Zilliaxes that just get obliterated by Reno. Those are the Hagatha cards. What, like, expensive spells does Shaman have? Oh, God. Yeah. This is almost certainly over. Wait, what? Oh, right. That's unreal. Unless this does something terrible. No, it did something good. That's gonna be really hard to come back from. I just don't have a way through anything right now. Jesus. Ugh. Just absolute misery.
I ain't talking.
Please just finish the game, my god. This is... Just play the game. They've already taken more than double my time. I don't think I have outs here. I should just go next. This opponent is just absolutely infuriating. There's no reason to be in a highly favorable matchup from a highly favorable position like that. Alright. Mage it is.
I will fight with honor.
Let's go with an aggressive keep here. Try and get some buffs rolling early so that we can kill quickly. Oh, they're banging.
Hello.
Well met.
Well met!
We fight.
Armor! Armor! Lightly
Incredible.
used armor.
Let's forge this, but not necessarily play it next turn. I might want to draw some more cards to get some more value off of it. Let's see what we draw here, though. Another Randy Savage.
One more coat of paint should do the trick.
Might just go here next turn.
Presentation is everything.
Oof. Oh my god. There's no good play into that. That just hard counters me.
Gentle but slighter.
I have to try and
Reporting for duty.
bash minions into it. One of these two. I can't kill them both, right? Surely. I haven't seen this card do anything outside of duels, and it's just devastating right now. Okay. We're fine. They should probably just preemptively trade, though. Well, now I get to kill 2 minions. Please end your turn, for the love of God. Why does every opponent do this?
Time runs out on me. Whoops.
Let's forge here, play this one. And we bump, bump. Got a lot of options for next turn. That should be guaranteed to hit, right?
Steady.
I would like to go with Nomelia. Their cards have no cost, so this is actively pretty bad for them, I would imagine. it's already a transform card. They just got unlucky. Ideally, we would just turbo buff this Leroy and figure out a way to win with that. We do have the technology to do so. Ow. Order. It's fine, we'll just get a paintbrush soon. Surely. And the opponent definitely doesn't have a second holo technician here.
Gather round, everyone. It's time for a celebration.
That's a lot of value, potentially. Do appreciate getting additional cards. Let's try and protect this so that we can Ogre Fist it next turn. And get the Wind Fury going face. Could also just play the Ball Buster into the Legendary Treasure. I didn't realize how big this was. I do think that Druid is arguably one of the worst options because it like requires a weird Togwaggle setup.
I will not forsake.
The light dims, but we fight.
Let's do this.
Bring your minds to the light.
Just keep chopping through. Mean. But at least it only does 2 damage.
The circle of life is over.
Let's go here.
Cease your quarrel at once.
Repent.
Now, we seem to have a lot of stats on board, I'm noticing. And in hand. There is another Spreading Plague, though. But our minions just kind of cover it.
born in my image.
What was chosen there? Oh. I think we have lethal. We did, in fact, have lethal.
Uther versus Garrosh.
Victory
Ugh.
or death! I will fight with honor.
Warrior is most likely Reno, so we really need to go fast in this one. But probably not a good matchup. Unless maybe the opponent forgets to draw the Bran or something.
The light dims, but we fight.
I don't know that I've seen a riff used in a while. Not a great draw in this situation, but we can get through the excavating a little bit faster than we have been doing lately. Let's lead with this to draw 2.
Repent.
This is pretty good. Next turn to draw some more, or we could just shove a Kaleidosaur. It's also just the aura. I do think I like drawing off of these, though.
Repent.
The light dims, but we
Haven't seen them forge anything yet. Oh, yes, I have. I think if it doesn't come down here, it's very likely to just be a sanitize in hand, though. So that kind of gives us information, even if it doesn't get revealed. So I think it kind of makes sense to go like Shroomskavate here to get more stuff on board.
Accidents, they happen, you know?
Repent.
And then if we have the read that that is sanitized, just hold this back. Gaming. Let's go here, see what we get, and then probably want to Shroomskavate. Actually, do this, get some value. Trial by Fire is probably one of their best on-curve plays here. Okay. decent chance that, very likely that that dies, but the other minions remain safe. It's not Reno. That is the second shield block, so maybe just like an Odin warrior.
One more coat of paint should do the trick.
I would like to develop this, I think. Next turn we can play this into the Ball Buster. Which isn't guaranteed, but is 2 out of 3. No, 4. The fact that it's not Reno makes it a much, much better matchup for me, though. Okay. Very nice. Should be able to very easily get our Kaleidosaur fella down next turn, or dragon, whatever it is. This is the Kaleidosaur. Okay. What? Well, that's very funny. But also very much seems like the worst one they could have taken in this situation. Just going for the Giga Chad move, I guess. It's 25. Not quite there. That seems like it would have been helpful, though. Like, I sincerely think any option but the one that they chose would have put them in a better spot. Like, the mass hysteria probably just clears the board a lot of the time, doesn't it?
We do what
Clearly, they just knew that they were going to get the stars align. Got some bad news for this opponent. Donk. Poisonous face gets us lethal. It's science.
Uther versus the Lich
Deck Knight.
King.
Should be a reasonably good matchup for him.
Stop me then. You will not stop me now. I will fight with honor.
Both of these draw cards. This draws one more card, so I think we take it early and then look for the 1s and 2s. That's kind of a 2. That's a 1. I'll take it, especially in this matchup.
We fight.
Repent.
Candle mudslide.
Everybody's excavating. The Reska might be a little bit concerning.
One more coat of paint should do the trick.
Let's just get as much draw going as we can. This replaces itself, so whether we buff it or the minion it draws is kind of the same, other than like we get another chance to draw a minion. I got raw. If I hit a minion here, I think we still just go with the muscle man so that I can justify playing this.
But we fight.
Next turn is probably Paint Fin into Miner. Also just go here now. Get that ready for next turn. We played this and this plus the reward. I've been really impressed by this card though. Like it just completely flew under my radar, pun intended, and it's definitely been overperforming. That's also a very good pickup.
For justice.
Get that rolling early. I want to check this at the start so that we can see if it's or prioritize a minion to buff it.
The citadel stands strong.
Still have a good lead, a decent lead on board, and a good lead in health total. This.
For justice.
Bonk here. Probably play. Definitely want to play this, so probably play the deputization or alongside it. Just to get it down.
Come in here.
I missed a 1 damage. I will never recover from this.
We only need one.
Do have a Leroy, but he hasn't been buffed yet. And like the Amidas will kind of reset health in a way that makes me sad.
For justice.
There, 2 out of 4. I don't know how much stuff has died for the Reska, but probably not enough to be concerned. Copium.
Reporting for duty.
Remember when this card gave Wind Fury? Why was that ever the case? Unfortunate order for them. Unfortunate roll for me. That's huge. Okay, we have the tools to get to the dragon. That's actually a pretty good pickup as well. Although we are very weak to Ruska now.
Take a good look. You ain't
It's not
never
even the
seen
main
a
deck
lot
Ruska.
again.
It's quite the 50-50. I would have been inclined to just grab the healing, but that's me.
The runes beside your foot. Unholy, symbol of death.
That's the game is over. I've lost. I have no way back into this now. The Ruska card generation is just devastatingly bad, but like I have no path to victory from here. So I'm not gonna get caught in a game like I did against that shaman again. That was just another miserable, miserable sequence of events for me. But that is Hearthstone.
Uther versus the Lich King.
You could not stop me then. You will not stop me now.
Yeah, let's keep the outfitter, and probably nothing else is good enough here. This is a decent curve. We can coin 2 into 2, 3, 4. It reduces the value that we get off of the outfitter, but it gives us a chance to get ahead on a board, and like by the time we run into, that's a lot of minions already. By the time we run into or get the Painter's Virtue equipped, there will be a lot of minions in hand as a result of like just natural draws in the Paint Fin.
Candle but slighter. Too bad.
Lightboard is killing it.
Jesus. Need to figure out what I'm going to use this for. Let's start buffing some minions. Got a lot of rush minions that allow me to swing back the board, as well as like the weapon helps with that.
For justice.
Let's go here. And here. I've excavated once.
Candle but slighter.
Order. Could just chop things down with the Nomelia. Makes it a little bit more awkward to do so.
Before he was cool. For justice.
Let's go here, see what we get. Sure. Do need to hit one more excavate.
Take a good look. You ain't never seen the light again.
I've never seen this card before in my life. That is an unbelievable roll, man. Come on.
For justice.
Okay, that is our fourth excavate after we get this down. So next turn, probably want to play this, and then we have this and the reward together.
We only need one. The citadel stands strong.
For justice.
Okay. Surely we don't get Giga Scammed again here. Okay, it's not too bad for me. Play this on the Nomelia, I think. I misordered that
For
horribly.
justice.
Still haven't drawn the Leroy, which is what, at 9 attack? 10 with the aura. Oh my god. Oh. Just yet another high roll. The game wasn't over though, was it? I guess it was with the deputization aura. You're very close to swinging that back though, my god.
Uther versus Garrosh.
I am the Horde.
I will fight with
How can
honor.
one person be a horde? That math is not mathing. Kind of like the paint fin on curve into the Painter's Virtue, but I'm a little bit concerned about the lack of other early game that I have. Lance, huh? It's got to be better for me than Reno.
But slighter.
We can coin the weapon. Then we play this and the Murloc behind it.
Blood and plunder.
Ow. It's just like a race to see who can buff their minions the most. Could also play this next turn if I need to. It removes some of the awkwardness with the weapon and like the taunt minions. Because we can just potentially kill off a taunt minion and then swing and still buff something behind it.
This place is scary.
Okay, yeah, I think I like this line. Just here.
For justice.
This also probably forces them to attack into this.
Nefarian is slain.
I forgot this card existed, I'm gonna be honest with you.
For justice.
Let's go here. Play this.
But slighter.
Probably just strapping this bad boy back on next turn so that we can keep the buffs rolling. Could also continue the Excavate chain. I think maybe a Shroomscavate into weapon is looking pretty good if this survives. So that we can give them Divine Shield and kill off a taunt. Never mind.
You no take pickaxe.
Let's go here, here,
For justice.
and swing. Once again, Leroy is nowhere to be found. This draws a couple cards though, which I'm into. Like these two together next turn looks pretty nice.
Out of my jungle!
So we probably play this first, swing into it, or play both of these. No, just the one. It's the same number of minions either way.
One more coat of paint should do the trick.
A minions. So we could buff one of our minions and then debuff the opponent's minions.
This go on too long.
An Amelia would have been nice here. Really? I got very lucky off that. Hey, there's Leroy.
For justice.
it dry!
Okay, not bad. Very good. Jeez. Holy.
Move quickly. I don't have enough mana.
The light dims.
That's an Excavate high roll, if I've ever seen one. My god. What did I do to deserve that?
Where's your pass?
This is big. I mean, that's fair. Be right back.
Uther versus Scarlet!
Who wants to play?
I will fight with honor.
Alright, the Trinket Artist has been pretty good, but I don't want to keep the Deputization Aura alongside it. I don't know if I need two of them without any other early game, but we have it.
Reporting for
Oh.
duty.
Seems likely that we are playing from behind here. Maybe not.
One more coat of paint should do the trick.
We do have a lot of the good
You
cards
have earned
if we end up playing from behind. That's still not ideal. I've hit 0 buffs so far. It's pretty unbelievable.
One more coat of paint should do the trick.
The light dims.
Let it dry!
We fight.
My
so it's rainbow. I believe that does take Ruska out of the mix. But I am still completely lacking in buffs. There we go.
Accidents, they happen, you know? I ain't talking. Mudslide.
These are some ambitious dirty rats. Play this on the left to get through the rat and whatever else is next to it.
The citadel stands strong.
Do miss 1 damage to face here, but also no we don't because it's the only way we get damage to face.
That feels good. You know a pickaxe. The light dims, but we fight.
Paintbrush would be very nice right now.
I ain't talking.
I do not understand these rats. I understand it less now.
Everybody needs a casket.
This is our second excavate. Ouch, that is going to hurt. Really want to get the weapon rolling, but the Ziliax is so good here. It's good for propagating damage off the deputization aura if we need to.
Death cannot be bound.
It's a generating card.
Cannot be bound.
Which is very unfortunate for me.
Candle Mudslider.
We do what the living cannot.
Face. the only minion, so it has to be chosen here.
For justice.
But I have kind of just drawn horrendously so far. Which is unfortunately going to make it very difficult to win from this spot. It's even in the ETC. I hate it here so much, man. That's not the attack one.
We do what the living cannot.
Collapse maybe is my only out. It's also pretty not terrible.
Reporting for duty.
Just trying to set things up so that we can finish with a Leroy. But we're still a ways off of that.
The runes decide
They, how do... They just drew the perfect answers off the top, turn after turn. That's just, that feels like it's been every encounter against Death Knight today. Generating the Chained Guardian off of the Mortician into just like Whirlwind Slam the
I will
God.
fight with honor.
Hearthstone's a great game. Let's keep the Excavate stuff and then look to see if we can hit some card draw. This is a good hand. The question becomes whether I want to coin the Outfitter or coin the Paintbrush. I think I'm leaning towards the Paintbrush with the way this is pacing out. But we'll see what the opponent develops here. It probably gives us permission to hold. Mech Rogue. Probably going to want that healing. It is unfortunate that it's so few minions in hand. Oh wait, is it just like the Giants deck?
For justice.
This could help with that. But we don't deal with like multiple giants very well, aside from a Nomelia. Yeah, I think it's the card draw into Giants deck. And then these are just to give it Wind Fury. Everything Must Go is also a card, I suppose.
For justice.
Is someone there? Nope, nobody there.
At least one of those is a pretty big low roll. It's a matter of whether they hit the giants or not. And even if they don't, like, it's only a matter of time before they do. That's not how Rush works. Two for two on that so far.
Choose soon.
That's just simply not how the card works. No matter how many times you try to make it work.
For justice.
I sincerely cannot believe that I finally got something going and that happens. I'm just not enjoying Hearthstone right now. I need to stop playing it. I'm done.